Okay, so we're going to talk now about the Jurassic period. So we're still here in the Mesozoic, the age of the dinosaurs. The Jurassic period was between 200 million years ago and 150 million years ago. So this is an exciting period because it's kind of the age of the big dinosaurs. It starts with this mass extinction here between the Triassic and the Jurassic. Well, not exciting, I guess, for them, but what was interesting about this mass extinction is that these synapsids that developed in the Permian period, they were still kind of going strong through the Triassic, but a lot of them went extinct here. And that kind of opened the doors for those big dinosaurs to evolve. So we'll set that here. And the big dinosaur that we're going to talk about is the Apatosaurus. The Apatosaurus was a sauropod. That means that it has 4 legs. It's an herbivore, and the sauropods were the really big giant ones. So it was big. It was 75 feet long. They were herbivores, and actually they were so big that they had to have this device to make them weigh less. They had in their long necks, they had air sacs that helped them not weigh quite as much. So it's Apatosaurus. Now, at the same time that reptiles were kind of dominating the land, they also came to dominate the seas and the air. So dominating the seas, the most dominant reptile in the Jurassic Sea was the Plesiosaurus. The Plesiosaurus had these long necks, which it probably used to kind of snap up fish, but it was a reptile. It didn't lay eggs the way a lot of reptiles did. It actually was viviparous, which means that it gave live birth. And it shared the seas with the Ichthyosaurus, which evolved in the Triassic. So we'll put them back here, but they continued to be common in the Jurassic period as well. At the same time as these guys were kind of dominating the seas, among other reptiles, wings evolved. And no one is really certain why wings evolved on reptiles, like what created the need for those wings. But the forelimbs of certain reptiles did lengthen, and the bones became thin and often hollow, which allowed them to fly. So one of the most predominant was the pterodactyl. The pterodactyl had breastbones that were enlarged, which anchored the very strong muscles needed for flying. Put that over here. So, age of the reptiles and dinosaurs, but another really cool thing was happening, and that was the development of birds and the continued development of mammals. The Archaeopteryx is, we're pretty sure, a transition between dinosaurs and birds. It was a feathered dinosaur, so like other dinosaurs and like birds, it had feathers. It was about the size of a crow, and it had claws on its 4 limbs and a long beak with teeth, much like other reptiles. Later birds did not have teeth. We used to think that the Archaeopteryx was an early bird, but it wasn't. It was kind of this transition between dinosaurs and birds. Now, mammals, of course, had evolved in the Triassic era, or Triassic period, sorry. But a really interesting thing happened with the mammals and the Jurassic. So this is the Juramaya. And the Juramaya, if you remember, mammals in the Triassic still laid eggs. But the Juramaya was one of the earliest Eutherians. I practiced that word and I'm still failing. Eutherians. Got it. That means a eutherian is an animal that has a placenta and gives live birth. So a placenta is this temporary organ that forms inside the mother during pregnancy, and it provides nourishment and oxygen to the fetus during the pregnancy. This is where it evolved. It started in the Jeremiah. So that's the Mesozoic, and next we'll move on. Oh, I forgot one. Oh, this is really important, guys. It's the diatom. The diatom is cool because it's a type of Chromista, and they still exist today. There's lots of diatoms, but they evolved here in the Jurassic.
Hello.
So that's the